Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match for patreon.com/Falcon Paladin between IdrA and gwonyul. This is from around 2008 or so. It's going to be IdrA versus a Protoss, so there's a chance we can see some bad manner. Top left quarter of Fighting Spirit, we have the blue Protoss player. It is gwonyul. Oh, maybe he spawned as random. Or chose random. And it was like, oh, it's a Protoss player. Bottom right, we have IdrA, the American Terran player. He is orange today. And again, thank you very much if you're watching this the week of April the 15th. Because that means that you're a patron of mine for at least $1 a month. Patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. And you too can see casts 1 month earlier than YouTube gets them. Just pledge $1 a month, and you too can join the club. Anywho, hope everybody is doing well. Hit that like button if you're excited to see IdrA face off against a Protoss here on Fighting Spirit. 370 APM for this Protoss. He's not in Wikipedia under this name, but I kind of feel like it's a Smurf name, right? If you can go toe-to-toe with IdrA in a macro game, then I think you deserve to be in Wikipedia. Anyway. Barracks, Gateway, nothing too crazy here on Fighting Spirit. Again, I know I keep saying that. Sometimes PvT can be a little bit slower in the early stages of the game, but it does get much more interesting when you start getting recalls and tank siege ups and stasis and storm and attempts to break tank lines and all sorts of great stuff. Cybercore coming in, which indicates some Dragoon pressure is on the way here. Probe scouting out, not going to see where IdrA is on the first spot. We'll see it. On the second spot, same story here for IdrA. Scouting the opposite direction, but they spawned cross position, and as a result, they will not know where the other player is until a little bit of time has passed, more than they'd like it to, but not as bad if they had to go all the way around the map to see where their opponent was, right? Right. But yeah, I mean, look at this. Dragoon on the way. We're going to go for a Singularity Charge as soon as we get 150 minerals for it, and we are very close to that marker, and bam, there it is. And, wait, hold on, we're still making probes. No, but what about Singularity Charge? There it is, Singularity Charge on the way. One more probe, delaying it a little bit, which I'm not sure I actually approve of. But anyway, they're both going to scout each other at the same time. Look at this. Probe comes in, says, oh, there's Marines, at the same time that the SCV comes in and says, oh, there's Zealots and Dragoons. And you're not getting a scout off, IdrA. Get out of here. Oh, man, 2 Zealot shots and like 2 Dragoon hits is enough to almost kill this guy. And the Dragoon is chasing. Got 4 legs, he says. Yeah, snipes the SCV. Beautiful play there from gwonyul. I kind of love it. So like I said, more Dragoons on the way. Singularity Charge coming in. Range going to be a problem here for IdrA. He will not have anything to do with it until he has factory units. But good news for him as he does have a factory already done working on the machine shop. We'll see what he decides to go with for his first upgrade. Is it going to be Spider Mines? Is it going to be Siege? Going to be Speed for Vultures? I'm going to guess Spider Mines for IdrA. That's my guess here on that machine shop as soon as he has resources for it. Okay, Dragoon, be careful, friendo. Don't wander up here too far. There are 3 Marines, and if they can get free shots on you, you're in a lot of trouble. They almost took you down to 0% shields, didn't they? Machine shop says we're not doing anything. Just getting a siege tank, so shut up, Falcon. Who needs upgrades? IdrA doesn't need them. Well, he will eventually. He's making an engineering bay right now, which is interesting. God, it seems like a really fast Engi bay versus Protoss, unless... I'm going to say, unless it's some kind of a crazy bio opening, which is not crazy, it's fairly viable, but... Nah, he's floating his barracks. He just wants really fast missile turrets, then? I mean, I guess if he assumes it's a 1-base opener from the Protoss, he can assume that, you know, a shuttle's on the way. And oh, look, a robotic support bay is coming in here, too. So it's actually out of the way of a possible scan. Smart location for that. That is so far away from the pylon. I cannot believe it's being powered, but it certainly is. So it's going to be one base Reaver drop opening here, which really should make... I mean, honestly, should make IdrA rage straight up. I'm sure he hates Reavers. He hates carriers with a passion. Not sure if we're going to get those today or not, but we'll take a look. So turret here. Turret here. I mean, this is almost like we're preparing for Mutalisks at this point. But yeah, if you can kill a shuttle, you're going to be in a pretty fantastic position overall. Anyway, I'm Falcon Paladin. Those of you who are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm here 5 times a week. I do not miss days. Well, those of you who have been members of the channel for a while probably recognize that fact just based on the NPR cast that I did last week with a voice that was not this one because I was sick. Anywho. Shuttle. Waiting on that Reaver. There it is. And here we go on an adventure. Both players expanding. Actually, hold on a second. Yeah, Command Center already done. Next is just about done. 26 to 30 workers. IdrA has a bit of a lead here, but we'll see how he handles ye old Reaver shenanigans. I like that he has the barracks here for scouting purposes for this entire area to see if the shuttle comes in. He's got turrets here. I mean, with the tank set up, I do feel like this is a bit of a troublesome spot where IdrA could be taken advantage of here. Can the tank reach all the way up here? Tank fire distance is pretty far. We'll see. But yeah, anywhere else, this tank is covering pretty much this area for sure. And okay, so tank hits there. That's why we have a Dragoon. How about up there? No. Shuttle really trying to find a spot here, but the Marines are good anti-air. Absolutely. The turret's great anti-air, and it looks like IdrA, wow, prepared for this exceptionally well. Nicely done, IdrA. 10 points to Terran for that one. I still think maybe you can unload. Alright, Reaver's gonna... Are we really? He just gets a shot off on the refinery. That might have been an accidental shot. Good SCV pull, though. IdrA just playing calm, cool, collected here. Third base coming up from the Protoss. I always say you want to out-expand the Terran if you can. If you're going to beat him, if the game's going to go longer than, you know, a couple minutes. Oh, tank fire. Shuttle down. Alright, so gwonyul invested a lot into that opening and got nothing with it. Oh, didn't think that one through, did ya? Says IdrA. There's the rage. I'm telling you, he hates Protoss. He's basically... He's Artosis with probably better skill at the game and worse casting skill. Like, if you ever watch Artosis at all, you know that he hates Protoss with a fiery passion. The passion of 1,000 burning suns. IdrA is the same way, I believe, but he's just a better player. And he can, you know, he can do stuff like that. Speed Vultures checking to see is there a third base? There certainly is. Very cool stuff. We're just going to scout that and maybe get on out of here. Maybe hope there are some probes transferring, or maybe just die to Dragoons because we're stuck up here now. That's definitely a possibility. Observer flying around, scouting around. Another observer here too. The Reavers are being chased down by law enforcement. That's what these Dragoons are right now. They're going to show no mercy, but man, he's fast. Ooh, and his spider mines are done too. And okay, gets it. I mean, that's a hit, right? Spider mine hit means that whole damage is taken off of a Dragoon, and that is pretty much all you can ask for from a spider mine. I mean, killing a Dragoon would be nice too, but that's not a guarantee. Alright, so finally working on a Citadel of a Dune. Doesn't seem to be going too much further into the attempted Reaver drops outside of this one. But yeah, IdrA just hawk-eyed. Like, he is absolutely not going to be caught by surprise, I don't think, although this SCV is irrevocably dead. Like, there's no saving this guy. I'm sorry, little buddy. You are dead now. I'm sorry, little Goliath guy. You've taken a huge hit as well. And another hit. Nice. Good control. I'm liking it. Once the tank siege up, though, it's time to go. That's the sound. Everybody, I don't care if you're Terran, Protoss, or Zerg. You hear the sieging sound, and it's just time to back out at that point. It's like Dark Swarm. You see a Dark Swarm, I don't care what race you are, you bail on that stuff. Anyway, Templar Archives on the way. Stargate coming in. Gonna see some of that recall action would be my guess. Are you seriously trying to get stuff done in here? Well, he lost the Reaver. Cool. 4th base. Love the 4th base timing here, too. I honestly feel like a 5th base might be kind of awesome. Is IdrA going to move out anytime soon? I'm not sure that he is. He seems pretty turtled up right now. A lot of Terrans will do this. They like getting on 3 bases, turtling up to under 50 supply. Then they'll start moving out. Which is why Protoss can expand a whole bunch, because there's really not a serious threat to them at all. And I can tell you, I know I talk about this a lot, but the most amazing PvT I've ever cast, I think, was Flash. The Flash, Terran, playing against Light's Protoss. Light is a Terran main. And it was, he must have, I think he had 8 bases in that game. It was insane expanding from Light, and it totally paid off. He was aggressive with his Dragoons consistently, kept the tank count low, lost a ton of Dragoons, yes, but it's easier for him to replace Dragoons than it is for the Terran to replace siege tanks, and really kept Flash at home. I mean, it was, if you have not seen this game, ask me for a link to it, and I'll put it in the description, or I'll just reply to you directly in the comments, because again, I read every comment anyone has ever made on my channel to this day. I'm not big enough to where that's actually a big deal. Anywho's. Right. So that's not what Gwonyul is doing here, though. Or maybe this is an attack. This could be a good one. Again, you have to worry about spider mines, which is annoying, but, you know, once you have range and an observer, things are cool. Oh, they're wall fast. Oh, walling fast worked. That was close from Gwonyul. Again, I don't know who this dude is, but he's alright. He's simultaneously working on a very... Oh, this angle, though. Alright, SCV down again. Guaranteed damage is good. Oh, maybe actually... Oh, the siege tanks are a problem. Yeah, killed an SCV and a missile turret. Making it easier for him to fly around over here. I love this. Siege tank setting up in a great position, though. But can I unload back here without dying? Yes, but my Scarab's going to get caught up behind these minerals and accomplish nothing. Because Scarab pathing is dumb. Oh, okay. Well, everybody's dead. Yep. Yeah, at that point, just unload. Goliath shut that sucker down. Alright, so it's, I don't know. Okay damage. Did not pay for itself. I'm going to say Gwonyul's up 146 to 133 supply. He got the 4 bases rolling quite nicely. I'm very happy about this for him. Dragoons looking real scary here on the 4 base play. Vultures taking hits. Oh, there's a thought that I didn't complete earlier in the cast, but yeah, if you're new here, let me just tell you something. I post 5 times a week. That's it. I don't miss days. I don't skip days. If it's been a while since you've seen a Falcon Paladin cast, don't think to yourself, man, he must have stopped putting out videos, because I didn't. I've been here. I've had this channel for 6 years now. I don't miss days. I don't skip on my schedule. All right? So just keep that in mind. YouTube does funny things with when they decide to show videos to you on that main page. So just keep thinking about that. Anyway, Dragoon count. Whoop. +1 attack. Tanks at +2 attack and +1 armor. Upgrade advantage to IdrA, but another base coming in. I'm loving this out of Gwonyul. Whoever this guy is, I believe in him. I believe in him wholeheartedly. He's making another Stargate, though. He's making recall. He's got an Arbiter, 2. Okay, maybe he's just sort of double pumping Arbiters, because he's got 2 Arbiters on the way now. Seems entirely possible, I would say, that that's what he's working on. EMP just about done. For IdrA 2, we're going to see some of them out of the Science Vessels. Muy excelente. That's a dead Dragoon over here. Sieging up. Firing away. Scanning. We're going for this, though. Alright. Fair enough, friendos. We are just rocking it right now. Too many siege tanks. Abort. Abort. That's what Gwonyul is saying in his head. Way too many siege tanks. Still a whole bunch of tanks here. IdrA, I don't think is going to be dissuaded from attacking. I feel like he's still going to try to make a push here, but he's not moving either direction. He's not retreating. Oh, he is retreating. All right, so he's pulling back. Maybe regrouping is a better way to say that. Right, he's regrouping with these other tanks. Yeah, now he's heading out. All right, Observer sees this, recognizes tanks are there. Vulture's throwing up spider mines up north. which means the vultures aren't down here with this army, which means zealots are going to do a little bit better here than you might expect them to. But vultures at the top side, tanks trying to finish off as many of those dragoons as they can before the dragoons flee away, and some of these tanks are unsieged actually, which is pretty good stuff. But yeah, 7 zealots at a time, 3 dragoons at a time, 2 arbiters at a time, 3 tanks and 2 vultures, 5 vultures at a time right now. The macro is hot and heavy for these players at 15 minutes. We're going to be both maxed out here sooner rather than later. But again, it's a 3 base to a 5 base. Protoss looking good, but IdrA wants to shut that down. He wants to shut down one of these bases. I don't think he wants to go for the main base quite yet, based on this angling and the setup that he's looking at. But vultures throwing up spider mines in different angles, just so he can't be caught by surprise and surrounded without being, without him knowing about it at the very least. So yeah, he's kind of spending a lot of time down here. Ah, great tank position. Classic tank position on Fighting Spirit. Right here. Oh, from the low ground you can hit, but can you hit? I thought you could hit the tank from, maybe not. I don't know. Spider mines are covering any reinforcements that are trying to get in here. Oh, and then he recognizes there's a probe transfer. IdrA? You're a smart player, man. Don't let anybody tell me that you're dumb, because you're not. That was genius. He sets up the tanks so the probes will evacuate to the only place they can. And that means he gets extra kills down here in the bottom left when his vultures come in and start murdering everything. This is really, really well played by IdrA right now. He's going to shut down an entire base, 2 bases. He killed this Nexus before the Zealots got rid of those tanks. I did not think that would happen. Alright, this Nexus is going to die to vultures, which is incredibly embarrassing. If you're some kind of a bigger building in StarCraft, like a hive or a command center or a Nexus, and you die to vultures, get out of town. That shouldn't even be possible. Guess what, folks? It is possible, and the Nexus is dead. Incredible stuff. There's dragoons popping out here. Catching spider mines as they do, though. Wow. Wow, and everybody dies. Dude, IdrA is playing real well here. This is one of the better games I've seen from him. And maybe that's because Gwonyul is a bit of an unknown. And maybe it's just a... Oh, nice EMP on that Arbiter, so no recall for you. And maybe it's just a matter of IdrA outclasses him, but... We'll keep an eye on this. Like, this game is not over yet. Right side base coming up from IdrA. 4 bases happening. Vultures just pretty happily wrecking this entire bottom left-hand base that contained a Nexus and 5 gateways, and soon will contain nothing at all for the Protoss. It's 193 to 199 supply. IdrA's got a bigger bank right now. We did get a recall off down here. With what? Arbiter. Not the one that got EMP'd, that's for sure. Alright, well, a lot of siege tanks, defensive matrix, just for extra protection here. Trying to kill as many SCVs as possible. IdrA is down to 57, 56. Yeah, just making up for the massive death count, of his probes earlier in the game. And IdrA's in a lot of trouble at his new 4th base, too. Holy crap, these SCVs are all in a ton of trouble right now. So, wow, 2 base for a 2 base, basically. I mean, this one's not dead, but at least a base for a base. All these SCVs are in a lot of trouble, probably all of them going to die. Yep, every SCV dies. And the command center is probably not going to die, but the Dragoons have a +2 attack. And it is on fire. And if you focus it, I think you can get it. The vultures are trying to save it. But no. Command center dead. As long as you kill it, there you go. He does take it down. So IdrA is knocked back down to 3 bases. Gwonyul's on 4 after he's replaced his 4th, but there's no probes here, so that's a bit of a problem. Top right base attempted to expand here from Gwonyul, but it sure seems like these vultures are sneaking. Have a sneaky suspicion about that. Look at this, though. These vultures are the little vultures that could. Look at them. They took down a Nexus, a Pylon, and 5 gateways all by themselves. And look who found the top right-hand base. It's more vultures. Good unit, Vulture. Not bad. It's definitely made Protoss players rage from time to time. Another recall, though, at IdrA's 3rd. Oh, no. His SCV count is absolutely abysmal at this point. It's at 36. 36 SCVs. Another command center dies. IdrA's been knocked down to a 2 base economy, and by that I mean It's a 1 base economy if you're being generous. Dude, gwonyul. How is he sneaking these in? I'm not seeing them. IdrA's not seeing them, obviously. Or maybe he is, and all I can do is helplessly watch as an Arbiter comes in and recalls on top of his base, murdering everything. Oh, supply block in IdrA as well. Tanks wandering into their devs, which is not super cool. Goliaths wandering into their devs, which is not super cool. This is a good match. I'm going to give this a good match rating thus far. It looked pretty bad early. gwonyul lost 2 bases pretty much at the same time, but then IdrA just lost 2 bases at pretty much the same time. Another frigging recall. Okay, I apparently need to be watching these Arbiters like a hawk, because gwonyul's recalls have been some of the more effective ones I have ever seen in my entire casting career. Usually recalling into a Terran base is not this effective, but considering my gosh. I'm even sending units up here to try to handle this. Third base, there's only 2 vultures here. That's not enough. All the tanks are here dealing with the Dragoons inside the main base, which means these Dragoons are getting free pot shots off with their +2 attack against these poor SCVs that all they're trying to do is build a life for themselves. This is looking exceptionally bad for IdrA. It's at 25 worker count. Arbiter, I see you sneaking around this time, Arbiter. I see you too. And you. Okay, it turns out double pumping Arbiters is an incredibly effective way to get a lot of Arbiters out. Pro tips from Falcon Paladin. Is this one just a decoy? It doesn't, 140 energy. It's a decoy. But then where's the other one? Just kidding. I'm here. Just jokes, everyone. Don't mind me. I don't have enough energy. Or, now I don't. EMP. And then you're going to find a hail of missile turret Goliath fire and die. Alright. Well, it is even total supply, and the worker count is hugely favoring the Protoss. What that means is the army supply is massive for IdrA, and he's pretty scary. Top right base. I mean, gwonyul, buddy. Did you think you could hold this? IdrA says, no. How about you don't hold this? He recognizes all he needs is basically... Oh, hang on. He thought all he needed was 2 tanks to handle this, but then a Zealot shows up. Oh, a sneaky defensive Zealot was lying in wait for this IdrA. IdrA! Unsiege your tanks! Or just send some vultures over. That'll probably do it. And the tank's fine. Alright, cool. Good response there. That worked out excellently. Also, more stuff is on the way. I see this one. Where's your EMP now? Oh. Nope, got it. The energy goes away before the recall happens, like, pretty significantly. It's weird. I don't know what it is. Anyway, Zealots are here, Dragoons are here. This is not incredibly effective, I don't think. There's a bunch of army for IdrA present. These probes are all dead, so gwonyul is going to get knocked down to like 40, 35 workers here pretty soon, too. IdrA's at 25. Scraptastic PVT. This has been... I'm enjoying it immensely. I hope you are too. Hit that like button if you are. Okay, so this feels like an attack that might get IdrA to rage right here. This is a lot of stuff. Man, killing this base is effectively winning the game. Look how many Arbiters he has! Oh, great engagement on these tanks. Some of them aren't sieged up, so they're dying real easy. And then the stasis on these high ground dudes, and then trying to wander up this ramp, which is a hard thing to do with Dragoons. Mind you, oh, is he going to try to stasis? He doesn't have energy to do anything, so we're just going to kill as many SCVs as Protossly possible. See how that works out for us. Nice snipe on that science vessel, though. Really fantastic snipe on that science vessel. More SCVs are dying, but that was not a complete disaster for IdrA. 22 SCVs remaining in this game. I mean, I guess if you're Protoss, you really don't have to be on 6 bases here as long as the Terran is really only on 1, which he is. His natural's mined out. The main base of the Protoss is looking nicely SimCity-ish. A lot of Dragoons popping out here. All of his tech is up here with a single Artosis pylon, which might be interesting to try to snipe, but not... No, this is not the army type for a snipe, you know? Gosh, dang. So, this Arbiter has 200 energy. It could do a recall. Let's go! Bottom left base attempted here by gwonyul, but IdrA's been really good at shutting down Protoss bases. Almost as good as gwonyul has been at shutting down IdrA bases. Dude, there's nothing defending this. A recall would be so gosh darn effective right now. Which is why IdrA can't really move out. He's like, I can't leave my third undefended, but I can't move out with a small army because that'll get wrecked as well. And he's just kind of stuck on this thing. Oh, the state. Oh, that's a beaut. Okay, that's a gorgeous triple Arbiter stasis play. Goodbye. Oh, reinforcements coming in. I was going to say goodbye all the tanks. I don't know if that's true. Goodbye a lot of the tanks. And the guys in stasis will actually survive here. Wait, hold on. Hold on. More Dragoons coming in. Arbiter dead. Goliath count is heavy enough that you're not going to be permanently cloaked forever here. It's really important to gwonyul that he wins this battle because then he can stick around and kill these tanks, but it is not working out for him at all. These 3/3 tanks are brutal. The no armor, no shield upgrades on... Jeez. On the Dragoons is a big-time problem here for gwonyul. He's trying to expand bottom left. Which actually, I think this could have been shut down. But IdrA's attention is elsewhere, in all fairness. Oh, Zealots wandering up to this base would be such bad news. They're doing it too. IdrA, you're one source of it. Look at him bringing the vultures home. Run. He saw this coming because of the spider mines. Good positioning on those, by the way. Zealots are just like, we're here to kill a siege tank, and if we can kill any vultures, that will just be gravy for us, thanks. We're actually not doing too bad against the thing, but look who's pulling all the way home. Oh, these probes don't know. These probes don't know, you guys. Oh! What the what? And then gwonyul rage quits. What in the name? Maybe they did know. Maybe they did know. Hey, hold your friggin' horses. Alright, look at this. Look at this. So this final battle happens. He can't kill all the siege tanks. It's really not a huge deal, I don't think. I mean, he's down 30 supply, which seems pretty bad. And his Arbiter dies, and everyone comes out of stasis. I mean, I guess maybe the concern is this army heading over this way is going to kill this base and kill this base, and there will be no income remaining for gwonyul. But look, they came home. They came all the way home. And maybe he's like, well, these zealots couldn't kill this whole base, so I'm just going to tap out, which seems like a weird time to me. It does. It seems like an exceptionally weird time to me. And like I said, again, these probes are going to die to these vultures for sure. But like, I don't think he knew that. And he still had this source of income. It was one base to one base, which may be okay. One base to one base is pretty crap against the Terran with 3/3 upgrades. Premature. Premature quit. And we didn't get to see any of that famous IdrA rage at the end of the game either because IdrA won. Fair enough. All right, so end of the day there, IdrA, I mean, he won the total score, 200,000, 181,000 points. Ended up outproducing the Protoss, outkilling the Protoss, and losing fewer units. Constructed about the same race, surprisingly the same. Like some really good aggression on both sides of this match for sure. And the resources tab shows the same story. If you only outspend your Terran opponent by 13,000 minerals in 30 minutes, then that's not enough most of the time. Outmine them in minerals, which just means that a lot of zealots were made, and gas mined is pretty darn even. So, maybe that many arbiters were not a good idea. Maybe he needed more dragoons and zealots, and just need to be more careful with his arbiters, right? I think that's the lesson from this replay. Anywho. All right, so this is going to be Falcon Paladin coming to you with another edition of a StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you heard and saw today. You can find me over at Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, stay safe, stay healthy. And until next time, again, take care of yourself.